And staying with tech, my final guest says he can save firms millions of dollars by avoiding unnecessary IT upgrades. But in a world where having the latest technology could be a competitive advantage, is it really the right place to cut back? My guest is a co-founder and chief executive of Origina, and he joins me now from Dublin. Tomás O'Leary, welcome to Talking Business. It's good to have you here. And I think, first of all, maybe just explain what it is that you do.
We are quite a unique company because we help some of the biggest companies in the world stop unnecessary technology change. Big issue today, as you all know, is that there are huge amounts of technology that are changing all the time. We experience in our personal lives, we experience in our business world, and we actually stop that. And we've created a business uniquely in the industry that actually can make money, which all businesses should do, from actually getting people to stop doing things.
And when you talk about businesses being forced to upgrade, to change their systems, where is that pressure coming from? Who is on at them to do so?
Businesses are not choosing upgrades and changes to technology in the vast majority of cases. 9 out of 10 CIOs or IT leaders have told us in a recent survey that we produced at Origina that they have signed off upgrades that they expect to make things worse, not better. And it's impacting businesses in so many different ways. Whether it is the security outages that we hear about, whether it's the data center outages we hear about, or even the issues around climate, where there is challenges around providing power and water to the new data centers that are coming on stream, and all of the excessive consumption that goes on in the industry that really does not benefit businesses in any degree. And that's what our recent research has just proven.
Tell me again, bosses are signing off on stuff that they know will make their job more difficult, make it worse. Why?
It's a slow erosion of propaganda ultimately. All the way along, what it has told us is that whatever we've bought immediately today, by tomorrow, it's already old. That does not exist in any other walk of life that we live in. We live in buildings, we live in parts of the country that are both old and new at the same time. Ultimately, we believe this is not sustainable because it's having impact on businesses, it's having impact therefore on the consumers who spend with those, and it's having impact on investors because actually it's consuming too much of the capital in the market.
Isn't what you've described though just capitalism? The idea that businesses sell us stuff by creating a need for it. I mean, that's what business is all about, isn't it?
It's capitalism, you're correct, but actually it's capitalism on steroids, unfortunately. In most walks of life, we feel we have choice, okay? In the technology industry, actually increasingly we don't have choice, okay? And I know as consumers, we might feel, okay, we can push back, but actually it's very, very difficult. We have choices really only over a handful of smartphone providers. We have choices over a handful of providers who in most walks of our consumer life. But you bring that into the business world. Not only do we have limited choice over who to select from, but we have even got less choice of how to select. So the selection process is often always going to be now, you can only rent. And we as consumers and business leaders need to say, actually, we can make choices. And the choices we can make are to push back against some of this. The business we are in is stopping those parts that you do not need to do.
And you sort of understand why the tech firm's doing it. I mean, Apple's the best example, isn't it? It makes less from hardware now because we're less likely to upgrade, and actually we then, subscribe to software. We rent the software. What is your solutions?
So it's identifying which parts are unnecessary. That's the first thing. We're like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. We know how to break into the building. We know how to, with your permission, we know how to get into the building. We know how to get down into the depths and go down the wire and cut that one red or green or blue wire that needs to be cut. And what we're actually cutting is not a technical wire, actually. It's a contractual wire.
Now, there must be times, though, that you have to have honest conversations with your customers or your clients and say, actually, you do need this bit of kit. I mean, in this program, we're talking about a bit of a backlash against AI, about whether firms, consumers, users are saying, actually, it's too much too soon. But it must be that you go into some businesses and say, if you don't get your act together on things like AI, you are at a competitive disadvantage. Some things you can't turn the tide on, can you?
Absolutely. And we're not saying don't go down that, don't spend money on AI. Of course, actually, that AI has a piece of technology, but there's some challenges with the efficiency of it and some of the kind of monopolization that are happening in the industry. which are related, by the way, to how the industry started, but we'll come back to that maybe. But our conversations are absolutely, this technology can actually give you a bit more freedom potentially. It can give you more control over your environment. But what we also say is be really careful about the contracts you sign up to. Yes, go into it. Yes, move, but be careful how you do it. And that's all we're saying to people.
Does the tech industry hate you?
No, that should never hate me, because ultimately what we are doing is we're creating new opportunities. Perhaps some players don't like what we do because it's easy money, but money should never be easy. Like, money should never be easy to anybody. It should be hard work, unfortunately. That's how it is. That's how business is. Business is difficult.
How did you end up doing this?
My passion is to try and do something different. I mean, when I was a kid, I was told to do one thing, I do the other. So I've always spent my life trying to do something different. And I could see quite clearly, to me, there was something wrong with the industry. We are David versus Goliath, and we're taking on these big organizations, and we're doing it with the support of some of the biggest companies in the world who are buying from us. When I speak to our company customers and I describe what we do, they are very passionate. They say to me, Tomás, this is exactly what we want, what we need. We need more people like you in the industry. So we see it as a fantastic opportunity. And I love what I do every day of the week.
Tomás O'Leary, really good to talk to you on the programme this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it.